So what's the relationship between Georgia coach Kirby Smart and his new offensive coordinator, Todd Moken? That's something that Kirby talked about earlier this week. And you've got a lot going on social media with fans and to some degree even in the media talking about the quarterback position, Stetson Bennett, Dwan Mathis, JT Daniels, Carson Beck, everybody that's involved on the quarterback side of things. And so when he was asked earlier this week about it, Kirby had a very long answer. I want to give you that right now. Dean Legge from Dog Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. Here's what Kirby had to say. I would say that Todd Moken has total autonomy when it comes to the offensive decisions. In terms of selecting what he carries into a game, play calling, that's what you hire people to do a job. You turn it over to them and say, hey, what's the best job we can do? Now he has a tremendous staff with him, great experience. Matt Luke, who's the former Ole Miss coach, is a guy that has great experience. Cortez Hankton, Dale McGee, Todd Hartley. All of those guys are a concerted effort in terms of making game plans, making decisions about personnel and plays. Todd Moken is really highly organized, which is what I really like, in terms of each coach having a responsibility to present him their thoughts of the game plan that week. He does a really good job of that. In terms of quarterback play, we're aligned perfectly. We talk about it each week. We talk about it before each game. We talk about it after every practice. We talk about where guys are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and how we think their strengths can benefit our game plan. We go through that. We go through that after each game. We have a lot of communication about it. That's a lot right there. That's a long quote. There's plenty to kind of chew on there, but it's really the end. We talk about it after every practice. We talk about where guys are, what their strengths are, the weaknesses, and how we think their strengths can help our game. We go through that after every game. We have a lot of communication about it. So what he's saying is Kirby Smart has given the offense to Todd Moken. It's up to Todd Moken and his staff on the offensive side of the ball to get the job done. They talk about the quarterbacks after every practice and game. So that means 5 days of the week, which is how much you practice and how many games you have. They're talking, and maybe probably after the walkthroughs as well on Fridays. So that's every day but Sunday, and I can assure you they probably talk about it then as well. And this is something that it's up to Kirby Smart to run his program. It's not up to anyone else. It's certainly not for me to say. And what he's saying here is, hey, listen, we've talked about this a lot. We feel like Stetson Bennett gives us the best chance to win. And we can only ask Kirby quarterback questions so often when it's obvious what they're doing. And not only that, this is a very detailed answer about what's going on the offensive side of the ball with Kirby Smart as the head coach. There's no conspiracy. There's no, plot. They just think that Stetson Bennett gives them the best chance to win. And if they didn't, they would change. And we saw that. We saw that at the beginning of the year. We saw that when Dwan Mathis struggled, and struggled in a way that was uncomfortable to watch. They moved, not only during the game, but then for the Auburn game. Would they move again? Apparently they would, because they've done it once already. So this is not a situation like it was in 2017 where the higher rated prospect and starter was injured and then got hurt. This was a situation where a guy didn't perform as well as you'd like, and then things got changed. So that's the difference here, is when you look at what they're trying to do at Georgia, of course they want to score more points. Of course they want better play from their quarterback. They want fewer interceptions and more touchdowns. But they are talking about this all the time. And someone with, just putting it bluntly, someone with the ego of Kirby Smart is not going to start someone he doesn't think will help him win. And it's that simple. All these college coaches have egos. We all have egos. They talk about it. They do it. Is it the right decision? Well, we'll judge that when they play. And that's really the thing is, is something right? we can tell when the season's over or the game's over or the play's over. So, this is what it is. Everybody's wanting something different, it feels like, except the people in the program at Georgia. And this is not me defending what they're doing. This is me explaining what they're doing. And it's pretty clear that they think that the quarterback that's been starting for them every point from game 2 on is their best option. And they're explaining why. Dean Legge from Dog Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. Please make sure to click on our Insider newsletter and sign up. We really appreciate everyone who's done so. We'll be at the cocktail party on Saturday and have everything you need afterwards. We'll see you on the website.